How's it going, my German people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with the next episode of our Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke. And you will notice I said next episode, not the episode number, because I've lost track now. We've done it. We've hit that wall like we do in Draft League, where I just can't remember what episode we're on. And I've got no music in my headphones. I've plugged them in like I'm listening to music, but there's fuck all playing. And that cannot be allowed, because when that happens, I hear my own voice. And no one wants to hear their own voice. Let's go. Oh my god, that was lagging then. I don't know if that lagged for you, but when I was opening my music, it went really laggy for me. So, we're going well in this playthrough. I feel like no one has any complaints. There's definitely not been any complaints that we're making zero progress whatsoever. And that this is actually just a glorified podcast. Why is my music not playing? Play my music, you son of a bitch. Alright, well, that'll play. That'll do me. Why am I here? Oh, Why was there like a glowy box behind me? Did you see that? It's gone now. That was weird, wasn't it? Anyway, I haven't really prepped. Sometimes I go into these episodes like, I'm going to talk about this today. I have something on my mind I need to talk about. Today, I've prepped nothing, which means that it'll probably be even more disjointed, even more just rambly pseudo-podcast nonsense. Why do I keep getting a box behind me? Am I doing something I shouldn't be? I don't know. Maybe I need to sit back more. I've been at work today. It was fun. I found out my co-worker really likes Pokemon and has been playing through Brilliant Diamond himself. He's like, yeah, I put a lot of hours into it. And there was that bit of me who was like, do I tell him that I have a playthrough of it on YouTube? And then I thought about the video titles, and I was like, he's also kind of my boss at work, and do I want someone who's... Why is the music doing this to me? Why have you forsaken me, music? Why do you hate me? Alright. We got it working again. Oh no, I need to sneeze. Oh no, I've got a sneeze stuck in the chamber. Oh, that's too loud. Oh, that's too loud. Let's turn that down. There we go. Right, come on then, short shorts. Let's be having you. I got a story time. You want some story time? I got some story time for you. So I went to work today. I don't know if I mentioned. I think I did. And at lunchtime, I went to Itsu. Now, some of you will know what Itsu is. Some of you will probably not. It's like a chain, and it's like kind of low quality, I would say, like Japanese food. So it's nice, like it's fine. It's like a lunchtime place. That's what I'm trying to say when I say low quality. Like it's a kind of place, and I don't think it's really Japanese. I think it's English Japanese or English imitation Japanese food. But it's like this kind of place you go for lunch, not for like an evening meal. Like if you took someone on a date to Itsu, they would be like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Lunch date, sure, casual, when you've been seeing each other a little while, but you can go on like a first date, so you'd look cheap. Anyway, even though it's not that cheap, my lunch cost me fucking 8 quid. 8 quid for lunch. Are you mad? £8. I only get paid £9 an hour. That's most of my 1 hour's work on some fucking, supposedly, cheap lunch. Not having that. Anyway. So I walked in, I got a teriyaki chicken rice box. You don't really care about that, but I'm telling you. And it had edamame beans in it. Now, I like edamame beans. I like teriyaki chicken. I like rice. But what really fucked it up for me is it was mixed in with, like, petit pois. Like, I was going to say English garden peas, but I suppose I just said some French words. But you know what I mean? Like, the little, little peas in there, too. And I was like, I don't want petit pois and edamame together. Like, it's just a culture clash that I'm not here for. For starters, it's French. No one wants French things anyway. Actually, French food's really good. And I do really like petit pois with, like, chips and shit, but not with... The problem with playing on set is that it's long to switch, isn't it? Anyway, and then we just overlevel poor old Isaac. Anyway, so I got this, and I wasn't keen on the peas. The peas were annoying me, but I ate them anyway, because, you know, I'm British. We just get on with it. We don't complain. I never complain. You've never heard me moan about anything. We just, stiff up a lip, all that. I'm not a negative man. And, how can I reorder the moves? This one? Nope. That made me attack. So anyway, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm sat there, I got my chopsticks, I'm eating my rice box, it's good, well, it's not good, it's got peas in it, but it's fine, it's edible, I'm surviving, I'm not upset. And then I hear, I've got earphones in, and I'm trying to listen to a video, but the Wi-Fi was shit. And, I hear, a scream. And I look towards the window, and there's, a young-ish lady, I would say maybe, 18, 19, stood by the window. And that's how old I am, right? A young lady, and a young youth by the window, causing chaos. She was probably 19 years old. Most of you are like, oh, 19, I can't wait till I'm that old. Actually, that's not true. I think our viewership on this channel is full of fucking grumpy old men like me. But anyway, comment down below. Are you a grumpy old man like me? You probably are. Let's give Snowy some love. Oh, there you go, lad. So anyway, I hear the scream. I look over. This ruffian, this youth, disrespectful youth, has screamed. Oh, I'm spitting now. That's how angry I am. Has disturbed. Oh, my green tea's gone cold. No. This mug has a sobble on it. Look. Can you see that? Back when I bought this, I was staying spoiler free, and I legit thought Sobble in its evolutionary line was probably going to become one of my favourite Pokemon ever. And then fucking Drizzile. Shut up, Sean. That shit's ugly. I don't want to hear you in the comments, Sean, going, oh, Drizzile, no, he's whatever. No, he's shit. How could Sean likes Drizzile or whatever he's called more than Raboot? So wrong. So wrong. Like, what? What? Ugh. Anyway. Very disappointed. Do you ever do that? Is there any Pokemon? Here's the actual question of the day. Are there any Pokemon that when you first released you thought were like awesome and you thought that's going to be one of my favorite Pokemon ever? Like, I can just tell I'm going to love this Pokemon. And then as the game cycle went on, maybe it got some evolutions you didn't like, maybe it was underwhelming stats, maybe as you played through the game it was hard to obtain. Whatever it might be, something put you off it and it was no longer one of your favorites. Have you ever had that? For me, like, there are loads. Corviknight, I fucking loved Corviknight's design when I saw it. And then now I'm just like, like Draft League, like laddering, I just think it's a glorified Mandibuzz and I'd rather have Mandibuzz. And so that's why I'm like, I don't really like you as much anymore. Kind of ruined it for me in a mon that I really thought I was going to adore. There must be more examples. Whimsicott's one that emerged thanks to Draft League that I always liked and thought was okay that now I love. So it can go the other way too. What's yours? Comment down below the mon that you didn't love until you used it in competitive or playthrough or whatever, and the one that you thought you were going to love that you soured to. Another one that I grew to love that I hated when I first saw it was Katana. I thought Katana was dumb, and now I fucking love that little thing. Anyway, so I'm sat eating my rice box. Come on, Freddy, get up from. And, you know, just eating away. This youth screeches, disturbing the peace. I nearly called the police because, frankly, I thought she was going to mug me. You know, she was under 20 years old, probably a criminal. And she screeched, and I looked over. And she was, like, looking out of the window, as far as I could tell. And there were people, like, sitting on the other side of the window. And they were doing nothing. And she was, like, looking at the window like there was some sort of chaotic thing happening outside the window. But the people outside the window were just sat, like, having a cup of tea or whatever, being British. And I was like, what is going on? Like, why is she screeching? So anyway, I just thought maybe, you know, she's got an issue. Maybe she's drunk. Maybe, you know, whatever. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to pry into other people's business. You just keep your head down, carry on with life. There was enough people near her that if she was in serious distress, they could have helped her. But no one seemed to be helping her at all. So I figured maybe she's just, you know, a little bit like that. And that's fair enough. So didn't worry about it. Anyway, more commotion, more movement. People start moving. She's like moving away from the window, and I'm like, all right, something's happening over there. I probably need to pay attention to this and not just eat my rice box, because maybe, I don't know, maybe there's been a bomb threat phoned in or something. I don't fucking know, right? I don't know who would try to bomb an Itsu, but let's say they did, right? Maybe they're really, really angry that it was supposed to be a cheap lunchtime pace and they paid £8 for a fucking rice box, because I could imagine being angry about that. Is this an encounter? No, we've already had one here. Fuck! That would have been so nice. So anyway, she's screaming. There's a lot going on. And then I see it. It's a fucking pigeon. A pigeon has flown in the doors of Itsu and is now trying to fly out again. But it can't find the doors because it's a fucking pigeon. And pigeons are morons. So, I fucking hate pigeons, man. Stupid birds. So it's just flying into the glass over and over and over. I mean, they're probably not morons because they used to use like carrier pigeons. They're probably like really intelligent and can find their way places. We can get an encounter in here, right? But anyway, this pigeon's trying to get out, and it's like where this girl was like the self-service checkout things where you push the screens, you push the buttons, and you pay, right? There's no seating there, but it like flies up the window over the doors, because above the doors is also glass. So it like flies over the doors, still trying to get out through the fucking window, even though they could just fly down and straight out. All the way over to the other side where there is seating. And there's a couple sat there, I'd say maybe like similar age to me, probably late 20s. And the girl's like, oh shit, right? There's a pigeon flapping around your head. You're trying to eat a rice box, there's a fucking pigeon. You're like, fuck. And the lad, like, I watch him, he clearly just goes into fight or flight mode, right? He just, what's the chemical that hits when it's fight or flight mode? Is it like serotonin that you need to have fight or flight mode? I know that people with ADHD tend to sometimes not have very good fight or flight mode. So, like, I've been punched in the face before and just stood there like, what do I do now? And there was no adrenaline hit. There was no rush. I'm just like, alright. Like, maybe there was adrenaline hit, but I didn't feel anything. I'm just like, there's no fight or flight with me sometimes. I literally would just stand there like, oh shit, I just got punched in the face. Should I do something about this? What do humans do when they get punched? So, I don't know if I know some of you probably have ADHD as well. I'm pretty sure someone commented that they did. So let me know if that's a thing you've ever experienced, because I'm pretty sure that's a thing. So this guy goes into fight or flight mode is the point, as this pigeon like flaps around his girlfriend's head and starts flapping towards him, and he just sort of sets his shoulders back like he's about to fucking square up to pigeon. I'm doing neck movements like a pigeon, because that's how you square up to a fucking pigeon, right? And he sets his shoulders back, and he's like, I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? And it all happens very quickly, and the pigeon like comes towards him, and he just braces himself, and then just goes, no! And just bellows no in the pigeon's face. Like the pigeon's just going to be like, this is non-consensual. I have got a clear no here, and no means no, so I will not fly into your face, Mr. Man. Pigeons do not respect consent. Okay, you need to understand this. But he didn't. In the moment, he's just fight or flight mode, shoulders back, and he just bellows no at this pigeon. The pigeon's fucking freaking out anyway, right? It's flying into invisible walls. You think you're scared. This is the point. We're back to yesterday's episode. It's more scared of you than you are of it. You're scared of a little fucking bird that's wings have bones in them that are probably fucking made out of glass. Like, you flick it, you probably break its wings. And you think you're scared of that. Imagine how it feels flying into an invisible wall constantly, trying to get back out to freedom, the poor thing. Although they are stupid bastards. But still, it's not the point. So he yells no. The pigeon's like, fuck! What do? I don't have consent for this, but I want to fly into his face because I got nowhere else to fly. So it flies towards his face, and the man just goes, bang! And he just punches the pigeon straight into the window. And I'm like, and the pigeon just hits the window, just fucking drops to the floor. And I'm like sat there with my rice box like, fuck, this man just knocked out a fucking pigeon. Oh my god, I've never seen a man punch a pigeon in his face before. And then he's just like, and just carries on eating. And I'm like, you just fucking laid out a pigeon. You can't go back to eating your dinner. You can't be like, oh, lovely lunch, darling. Not sure about these petits pois with my edamame. That's a bit weird. You just laid out a pigeon. That pigeon is fucking laid on the floor like, oh my fuck. It's just gone 12 rounds with Mike Tyson of the pigeon world. Like, what just happened? What? Obviously, I carry on eating because, you know, you eat popcorn when you go to a movie. You eat a rice box when you watch a pigeon get laid out. Brilliant. And, I mean, not brilliant. I feel sorry for the pigeon. Let me clarify. I do not condone pigeon violence. I do not condone any animal violence. I like animals a lot. I will still eat them, so I can't like them that much, but I do not punch them in the face. That's not what I do. I did once kick a pigeon, but that was by accident. I thought it was a football. It's a long story. Maybe I'll tell it in a minute. Anyway, have I got an encounter in this cave yet? Oh, I don't think I did. I don't think I encountered anything yet. So I'm eating my rice box. The guy goes back to his eating it, and I'm just like, is anyone going to do anything about the pigeon? Like, where's his corner man? Like, bring him in. He needs a towel. Wipe the sweat off. He can go another round. I believe in him. Get him up. And the pigeon just, in the end, like, one of the staff members just come over with, like, a dustpan and brush and just kind of sweeps the pigeon, which is still alive. Like, he did not kill the pigeon. He just kind of sweeps it into the dustpan, like, kind of chucks it out into the street. And I'm like, and the pigeon just kind of, like, limps off, like, what the fuck am I? Like, what the fuck just happened? And I'm there like, I don't know, pigeon. I don't know what just happened. Like, I've got 5 minutes left of my lunch break. I am so glad this happened before I left. Not because I enjoy animal violence, but because it's just unbelievable. Like, I would love to tell you that I'm the person that sat there and was like, how fucking dare you hit a pigeon? I'm going to knock you out. Let's see how you like it, pigeon man. You think you can hit a pigeon? Well, I can hit you, you small little man. But I'm not. I do not have that much moral integrity. I am not that good of a man. Like, I tell you who'd do that. I tell you who is a great man. I can imagine Troy, right? Some of you will know Tangler Boots, Troy. Just one of the best people I think I've ever known in my life. I think he would get up and he would go to that guy and he'd be like, wait, prick, what you doing? Don't fucking punch a pigeon. Because he just seems like he's a good man. I'm not a good man. I laughed. I laughed and was like, holy shit. I'm the guy that if I see a fight breaking up is not like, lads, leave it. I'm like, fight. Like, I fucking loved it. So anyway, that was my day. I'm a bad person. I know I'm a terrible man. But it was really funny. It was really funny. I went back to work. And then, let's make it even worse. Right, after that, this probably isn't worse than punching a pigeon, but to me, this was a major disappointment. I then was like, I want a Mars bar. If you live in America and you don't know what a Mars bar is, it's just a really good kind of cheap chocolate bar. They usually cost like 30p or something. Or they did when I was growing up. They're probably like £1 now. I don't know, 70p. I don't know. To Americans, that's like $1, I guess. And so I was like, I want a Mars bar, but where I work, I didn't have long because I'd been slowed down by the pigeon incident. So I didn't have that long. So I had to walk to find somewhere, and the only place was like a kind of fancy sweet shop. And what do you want me to do? Oh, I have to go down to Mines. I didn't get an encounter for the gate. Let's do that. So I could only find one of these fancy sweet shops that stocks like all like American sweets. So in America, I don't know if you have sweet shops that stock British sweets, but we have sweet shops where it's just like, I don't know, whatever you people eat. I don't know. What are American sweets? Pop-Tarts? The cakes with the cream-filled bit in the middle? I call them like woo-woos or something? I don't fucking know. American sweets have the stupidest names as well. Oh, here's my woo-woo and my ho-oh. Well, it's a Pokemon. Anyway. I don't really have anything that can deal with this, do I? I suppose I should switch into you so that I don't take too many damage and then just try and Pokeball it from full. Anyway. So it was all... I was going to the sweet shop and I want a Mars bar. And of course they don't sell Mars bars because they don't cater for the common man. The good man. Does this thing have sturdy? Oh well, anyway, I wanted to find... One way to find out, we can always get another one in the mine if I fuck this up. They don't have sturdy. Fuck! Shit! I really wanted a Geodude as well. Oh no, I couldn't trade it to evolve it. Well, I probably could find someone to trade with me. Shit! Ah, bollocks. I guess sturdy is a hidden ability or something. I don't know. Well, we learn something new every day, children. Anyway. So I go into a sweet shop. They don't sell Mars bars. But they've got like a Cadbury version of a Mars bar. And I'm like, it says like nougat, caramel, and wrapped in Cadbury's chocolate. And I'm like, alright, that'll do me. That's what I'm here for. That's a Mars bar, just in different chocolate. It's got, instead of Nestle, it's got Cadbury's, whatever. Take it to the counter. The guy scans it. £3! £3 for a chocolate bar about this big. Like, £3. Excuse, I just spent £8 on a rice box, and now you're charging me £3 for a Mars bar. I'm like, alright. And then I open it up, and then you know the thing when a chocolate bar splits and it's got caramel in it, and the caramels all sticking to the inside of the wrapper, so the chocolate bars are like stuck to the inside of the wrapper, and you can't like get it out, and you get caramel all over your fingers. Ugh, and then I bit into it, and the nougat is way too chewy. It doesn't taste the same. It's nowhere near as good, and I binned it, and it cost me £3, and I was really upset. And I've forgotten the point of this story. Oh, I went back to my work, and I was like, I just saw a man punch a pigeon, and I bought a Mars bar for £3 that I binned. And they were like, good lunch break, Matthew. Good lunch break. And that is where we will end today's episode. We achieve nothing in these episodes, do we? We literally just talk shit. Wow. And kill Geodudes. Alright, well, next episode we'll go down to the mine. We did one tiny little route in this episode. Next episode we'll go down to the mine and maybe make some progress. I don't know. Thank you so much for living around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.